Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and if you watch my card review, you know my favorite card from the new set is Slumbering Primordial. Not because I think it's going to be good, it's because I really just like the idea of the card. It awoke in the little Timmy in me. And having played with it now, I've got to say, there's a home for Slumbering Primordial, but it's not a good card. It is not generically useful. But hey, I'm talking a lot of shit for someone who got a diamond victory with the guy. So let's get into the run and show off a lot of what makes early game Vanessa strong with the new cards, and then show off, eventually, exactly how the Slumbering Primordial works and how it can be a really powerful finisher in the right build if you're getting out in a timely enough fashion. Now, the very beginning of this run will be post-commentary, just the first 2 hours. I pick my starting enchanted item. I get Toxic Jellyfish. The other two items are just really weak. Toxic Jellyfish can single-handedly win the early game. So, even though it's not great, Toxic Jellyfish is the easy play here for me. Because I have bad starting economy with an enchanted item, I choose to go Jungle Ruins for a small silver item for free. It can be very good. I get Knee Brace. And that's incredible. That's such a strong start with the silver Knee Brace day one that I immediately decide, you know what, this game is going to be worth commentating on, and I switch over to live recording. Starting silver Knee Brace in the slow meta, sign me up. Also, Toxic Jellyfish is like not what I wanted, but it's not terrible. It should beat Viper? Question mark? I think. I don't really know. The Viper timings could have changed. You used to have until 18 seconds to kill it at one point in time, or it was 24. I've been forgetting that recently. But even at the 18-second timer, I should still win. And I would really like to get Lash Out, Extract, or the Toxic Fang. All of those directly improve my build. The Gland is still a hit for regen. Just don't give me the normal Bronze Fang, man. Come on. That's one of the weaker hits, but I'm glad it's not the thing. I'm gonna take the experience here. You just need to do this at some point before day 3. That's rough. B1, B2 is really thoroughly not the shop I wanted to see. I can't imagine Ayla gives me any weapon that wins this. I might click Lost and Found. No, I'm gonna go upgrade your bronze items. I'm gonna upgrade the Jellyfish, because it should double in poison, right? Oh. I thought this was like scaling 3 to 6, not 3 to 4. Well, that'll help with haste up time in the future. I'll sell the Gland for regen. It could affect this. It's the best bad board I've ever had this meta. I'll say that.
Go ahead.
There are definitely worse day 1 boards. He is a shield build with Shiny Pearl. The kits just started us off on a path that he could never have won. This man built for Shiny Pearl and Defenses, and I'm a Toxic Jellyfish build. I get 200 health and a day 1 win? Oh baby, sign me up. Now we are in a slightly awkward situation where previously I've been doing really well on the ladder using Weather Glass builds with Vanessa. And that's all fine and well, but I don't think Jellyfish has any place there. I guess I'm mostly angling to do something like a Shipwreck build using Yeti, the Yeti Crab, to scale up the poison on this to the moon. That sounds interesting. We're definitely looking to go Shipwreck, not Weather Glass, with a Toxic starting Jellyfish. But realistically, depending on the skills we get, we could just abandon course and do something random and different anyway. For now, though, I'm just going to click on Improved Toxins because I have my head on my shoulders. 4 poison is not something to turn my nose up at. Just going to Ayla here sounds wild. I can't do that. I'm going to take the experience again. All right, I have no bronze items. I really basically just have no items. I'm going to go JJ and see if I can fix that a little bit.
A customer.
Here's the thing, this stuff all sucks. Like, the Pop Snappers aren't even good. It's just a waste of gold. I have no synergies, thank God. So now we can pick up an Ambergris and we can fill our board with this. And at least this should full uptime the haste on the Jellyfish after 7 seconds. It's not great, but it's a whole hell of a lot better than 4 empty board slots. Anyway, Rogue Scrapper stands no chance. We're gonna be dealing 12 poison every 3.5 seconds after the windup. This is the first time I felt comfortable going into Rogue Scrapper with 2 empty board slots. But I mean, I'm up 200 health compared to normal. I have a Toxic enchant with a relevant skill. It makes sense that I would be comfortable. It just feels weird that I am every time I look at it. And yeah, the poison's more than good enough. It's not quite as strong as I would have hoped, but we'll get there. These are not great items, to be honest. Ideally, I find the Zorkid, the little haste eel, and I can put him in another aquatic item over here.
Maybe a skirmish.
If I get haste on this, the build just feels so much better. Health, toughness, and shield items, you say. There are aquatic items available in that pool, but I don't know that any are ones I really care about. I'm genuinely just gonna go here and take the cash. Maybe I should have went for Life Preserver. It feels so weak. I mean, so does my current build, like glass houses and all that. Well, the ambergris should be notably slower than the pufferfish at this point, on account of the fact that this is going to be hasting the shit out of the jellyfish. The seashell is a playable card. This opens up docks, so that entire first page is good. I think I roll this. I can't really come up with a good reason I wouldn't. Upgrading this to 2 burn really does nothing. This card is either like there to trigger effects by going off, or it's being scaled with skills. Spending gold to upgrade it seems wholly irrelevant, especially when it's not even going to like affect the ability to proliferate damage. It's going to do next to nothing. I think I want the dock lines though. I think those are just clearly better than this garbage. Yeah, I'm going to drop those and pick up dock lines.
So glad we could share this experience today.
I think feather impacts my chance of winning like a teeny tiny bit, but I don't care enough to sell it yet. I think we're very strong for the day, and the feather's unlikely to change it. Like, if something beats this, it's probably going to be such a disgusting build that I can never have won. This is a absolute shitload of poison. Laddle, boomerang, dog, nothing is scaled, he's just dead to rights. I'm up 220 health on the pig, day 2. I would like to thank Knee Brace, but apparently also leveling up. My opponent has it. He's bronze, he may be new and just bought pig. This board certainly looks like something's gone wrong on his ends. He took a starting econ option, I would guess, since he has no enchanted item. Oh, he might have just low rolled the enchanted item and gotten literally nothing. That could be what happened. That could be why his board sucks so much. It's sad to look at one way or the other. All right, feeling really good about this build's chances. In any build where you're like trying to scale poison over time, having an early knee brace is just so incredibly strong. I'll get a friend. Most of them are aquatic. Okay. That wasn't really like on the table as something I cared about. I'm gonna hold that for a little while in case I can put it on like a depth charge down the line, which I would be happy to run. And we'll hit Barcoon here.
Small people. I love them all.
Figurehead's not bad at all, but I don't think it's what I'm trying to do here ever. I kind of want to buy the figurehead to float it, but I don't have that kind of cash. Right now, these two go on my board. They're probably just worse than figurehead, to be honest. Okay, I'll toss that. I'll toss this. The ambergris is never actually going to matter in terms of buffing and sealing, I mean. Since figurehead could be very, very good for most of the mid game, I'll go ahead and pick it up. Does this beat Ether right? I reckon I kill it fast enough, right? I think we beat Ether right. I just look at the amount of poison coming out of this, the rapid hasting with the multicast, the pufferfish, the fact force field and all the shield generation is slower, the fact I have dock lines. I really can't imagine dying to the force field. It would have to crit on like the very last hit that they're alive, on the last like second that they have to attack me, right? Yeah, if this next one crits, I wouldn't die. It's actually just like impossible, barring a chain of 4% crits, for me to die here.
Turn the lights off when you leave.
All right, that's good to see. Having a poison build comfortably beat Aetherite's very reassuring. I have to pick that up. I think the Salamander Pup is more valuable in general than the Feather, but in terms of the PvP fight we're about to hit, it's definitely the thing I would sell first. And it's creating stash space problems, so I'm happy enough to do it. Force field's useless to me. 10% CDR is not even all that good, but I mean, what else am I doing? I can upgrade a bronze tier item. Ain't got any that I care about. I mean, the pufferfish is all right, obviously. I'm just gonna go bronze tier skills. Any poison skill, any burn skill. Not those. I mean, this is arguably the thing I wanted the least, but I'll take it.
You've learned all you can from me. See our
all right, middle, what do you have?
She's wonderful.
See, the issue with going weather glass here is that it's not an aquatic item. So it doesn't work with jellyfish, it doesn't work with figurehead. I think my plan is basically just to play big aquatics with either depth charge or shipwreck. I don't really have the ability to make weather glass function yet. I don't think I'd want to go for it if I could. I mean, I have a lot of multicast for it already. It is currently making the build better, and that's an undeniable fact. Like, I buy this, it's a 4 multicast, +2/+2. The build's better with this. I don't like buying it because it's temporary, but it is so strong in the short term that I am potentially throwing the next couple of days of fights if I do not put that on my board. And I am happy to see the caravan. Oh, Rogue Scrapper, you signed up to go through this again? My build's getting better, not weaker. You don't want to be here, man. I think, like, after the weather glass goes off, it just dies. Am I wrong about that? It's just 40 burn. Yeah, it's synced up between weather glass, volcanic vents. It takes 6 times 7 is 42 burn. Then it dies before anything goes off again because my build is slow, but still.
See that plank?
Gold back gets at least 4 gold. Happy with the experience from the fight. I don't think Dooley's beaten this. Certainly not a Dooley on 1 loss.
Legend on Palace.
Day 1's so RNG that you can have a sick build and lose on day 1. Or the beginnings of a sick build and lose on day 1. Turbo Copper Ed Companion Core Monitor Lizard. That's all pretty hype, I'm gonna be real with you. He has no shielding really, so I'm gonna blow him out with burn in a second. Like, the Monitor Lizard goes off, I take 20 burn, he's already at 40 of both poison and burn. Monitor Lizard with this much support actually looks pretty cool, but it's just so damn slow. Like, it's going off 2 seconds after Weather Glass and Volcanic Vents. It's kind of, it felt non-viable at 8th, and it did not need to go to 9. I'm really hoping that there's like an unbonketing that happens next patch where all of the weak cards that didn't deserve it get buffed. I think this is just JJ. There's plenty of things I can find here.
Profit 10.
Would I go Disguise? Probably not. Yeah, I don't have the money to gamble on that, really. We have ammo in a different form, and Clamora. Clamora could give me a board space down the line if I needed it to cut dock lines for some reason. I would rather buff Clamoras instead of dock lines in a general sense because they go off at the start of combat. It's just more valuable in that regard. I am going to buy and float this silver Clamora. I don't have much money, but I think it's worth. I want to work at the docks because it's obviously incredible. I'm broke and I love stacking experience. What's to think about?
Place to store the rest of the tyrant's gold.
Slow freeze, huh? I don't think I can argue with that. That's just good enough.
Nice progress today. I'm proud of you.
We should easily kill a Hellbilly. I'm just trying to figure out if there's anything I want to change on my board. Not really. What am I saving this feather for at this point? I don't know. A last item, maybe? The build feels like it's in a strange spot, like it's between places, where I don't really want volcanic vents in the knee brace. I want that to be a shipwreck very badly. And then once you say that that's a shipwreck, the rest of the build gets real weird too. Like the weather glass starts feeling weird. So I'm looking for a source of haste to replace the weather glass, I guess. Full haste my board, that's the idea. Curio can sell table legs and barricades for the Clamora. And I'm getting some really good buffs for things I don't have, aren't I? Upgrading a bronze idol means nothing to me. Small weapon means nothing to me. We just go here for potential CDR, if nothing else. All right, cool. I think the dock lines are on their way out then, because we hit both. I'm going to sell the feather. I'm going to hold these until I hit my enchant. They're a relevant number. I would like to keep that. I'm going to buff the shit out of this Clamora.
Been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Oh no! The Clamora's out. They're doing dock lines. We're fucking committed. I'm so sleepy. I woke up right before this run. That's why I wasn't initially doing commentary. I thought I put the dock lines in my stash. All right, Clamora, you're dead to me. It was all a meme. You're not really that much economy loss because of the ambergris, but no, that's a mistake. All right, the Clamora's never going in. It's just a trash idol now. Where we were putting crit on the weather glass, I guess, because it's the most important. But the flip side is I don't really care about the weather glass.
That's a bargain.
I think it's worth rolling because of how valuable wings are in general. Damn shame. I'm going to put it on weather glass. It's best in the short term. Long term, I don't know it'll ever matter. And it's objectively right to buy the bar of gold, even though it does nothing. It's worth the same when I sell it. I'll take my 1 XP happily. Doesn't quite level me up for the day, unfortunately. Don't have a reason to sell anything. Well, I'm stronger today if nothing else, right? Like,
I may be young,
sure, I messed up. I meant to buff the Clamorous so it would be at 3 seconds on start of combat and I could use that and open an item slot. And down the line, it will suck that I can't do that. But right now, this is a whole hell of a lot of slow. My build's better for it. Battle of the Weather Glasses, his is notably bigger, but it looks like his support has nothing, really. Like, this stuff is garbage. Yeah, he matched my poison and got destroyed on burn.
Bring her about.
And also, despite looking relatively close in terms of disruption, it's only because his much more limited disruption hit specifically my dock lines. My build's just a vastly better version of his. Also, I have 1,800 health. I'll take the silver loot item. There's no reason I would ever take a small amount of gold. Hina, what do you have for us? Oh, it's the Yeti crab. We've been waiting for him. That might be the end of knee brace. It's a lot of poison scaling on this guy. It is much slower than pufferfish, which will hurt the pufferfish. I don't know that I really care all that. These fucking items, man. I'm gonna toss the bar of gold. It's never gonna matter. I'm gonna pick this up. I don't think I care about Pearl, really. No, I don't. Don't care about the rest of that either. Are we done with knee brace? Like, I would love to get a couple more days of value out of this. But I mean, the amount of power lost by not doing this is kind of drastic. Yeah, we're done with knee brace. I'm happy for the 800 health I got out of the deal. I'll go gold to her items. That could give me something build changing. Hey, it's a source of haste. But it's not aquatic and it costs all of my gold. I have to liquidate for it, so I'm gonna roll that. Hey, Lighthouse. I haven't had any success with Lighthouses this patch, and I'm certainly not going to start by selling everything I have and forcing Lighthouse right now. Infernal Envoy's pretty bad, actually, thinking about my build. I have multicast burn instead of big burns for the hands. I have no healing. Just go trash down Mirror, I guess. Is there ever a world where augmented weaponry or defenses would make me build into them? I mean, I would take them. There's a chance that they become very good down the line. With Grandmaster, there's a very good chance they become good down the line, but right now, they're kind of useless, just like the rest of his items. Yes, this thing's up to 24 poison the first time the crab goes off, apparently.
Security.
Seems good.
Security.
It's a jank build. I think it's why I like Weatherglass so much in the current meta, is because there's so many different ways to jank together a powerful mid-game board. Gonna be honest, I don't care about a silver med kit that much. I would rather keep the ambergris for economy reasons. We're gonna work at the docks. I'd love to go to JJ and keep trying to flesh out the build, but that's not gonna happen considering the competition. We can upgrade a silver or lower tier item, which can be the figurehead for 20% cooldown reduction. Which I guess would be pufferfish going out, actually. Lowering cooldowns is just incredibly valuable in this meta. It doesn't affect Weatherglass is the deeply frustrating part of it. I'll look at the cooldowns in a second, but I think Shipwreck Figurehead with any 5 slots of aquatic items is kind of insane. I am going to upgrade the Figurehead, looking to build into that Shipwreck strat down the line. And let's give it a shot. Let's compare 8.8 on the pufferfish dropping down to 7.1. That's honestly not enough for me, man. Like, I don't want to get rid of the puffer because it's so good if I get figurehead, or sorry, shipwreck down the line. It just becomes insane by multicasting next to the jellyfish. But even then, I don't know it's like the best thing to be doing. Right now, it's certainly not. I guess I'll just take an extract and buff the hourglass. It's not exciting, but it's money, it's value, it's power. Should I put it on jellyfish? No. Double scaling is worth less than 5x multicast. See, I wanted to play Shipwreck. There was this big hype plan involving Shipwreck, and then we found Weatherglass, and it's like, yeah, but we could just kill him. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 1 second, and I am multicast.deck, huh? I think I'm fine. I think I still win. I have 2,000 health. He doesn't deal that much damage. Is this when any item gains freeze? No, when you freeze. Yeah, we just burned him down. It's not even close. Even though we're fueling that sauna, that's not a sauna, what is this? That cold room really effectively, it's just nowhere near enough. Only 42 regen, so it only managed to go off 7 times. Being undefeated on this build feels very good. I feel comfortable getting 10 wins on it, but not like getting 10 wins in the very late game. Tox Clocks can upgrade my ropes, which I value very highly. Slow 2 items for 2 seconds. You know, heavy diving helmet's a whole hell of a lot better than the normal diving helmet. Now, unfortunately, this currently slows 2 for 5. It does give cooldown reduction to this and allow me to run anything as an aquatic item, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure I'd ever have the room for anything. Oh, hello. You could be adjacent, but then they wouldn't both be scaling. Why did you have to be here and make my life complicated, man? I had a great thing going with dock lines, and then you show up, and you're like, what about 20% CDR on the figurehead? And I was like, yeah, having that be 5.4 speed is a lot better. God, the dock lines are so good. But heavy diving helmet is also so good. I'm gonna take this. It's definitely better right now. It opens up possibilities. Fuck off! Why did you do this to me? I was hoping for like something that gave me a good method of getting haste with an enchant, but showing me the upgraded dock lines is certainly one option. 3 for 5 is so much better than 2 for 2. Is that just an immediately lose 8 resources type of deal? Yeah, 24 shield's kind of a lot, to be honest. Down the line, if I got Shipwreck, I would still be taking dock lines. I am going to float these upgraded gold dock lines. This is better right now, but down the line it won't be. Unless I just win with this board setup, which is entirely possible. Oh, this poor mosquito is not going to know what hit it. When you slow haste a weapon. If I get an obsidian enchant, that's kind of crazy. Considering that I have a multicast slow, basically. I would really like to hit a Zorkid now that I look at my build. And if I did, what am I even doing? I'm dropping the left and right items, I guess, because I need to make room for a... Like, I have to drop the figurehead to get in the Zorkid. There's nothing else I can really cut. In which case, this doesn't matter anymore, so I put the dock lines back in. When you use an adjacent weapon, slow, huh? It's not obviously bad with something like a potential weather glass and obsidian, but this kills me, right? Every time. I have about 10 seconds to live normally. I'm up 800 health. I think I kill him. I have a tiny bit of shielding, which will block 140 damage. I'm up 800 health. My damage stacks stupid fast like that. This will go off. I'll have time for the second volley, and he should die, I would think. You know, it's really close. Because yes, it looks like I die in 5 seconds, but actually I die in 2 seconds. Those fights are always close. That's just the nature of burn builds. This is never hitting my build. It's cool, it's interesting, it's not happening. You go burn skills, what are you hoping to hit? Chemical fire or upgrade on fiery, I guess. Those are actually good enough.
Trust me, kiddo. You want to buy this before your enemy does.
Burn freeze isn't terrible. It really isn't. But I would really like to hit chemical fire. It's a good odds. Start a fight haste. That's probably better. +2/+2 is kind of massive. I'm taking Chemical Fire because it's so much better with Grandmaster than the haste skill. They're probably comparable in power right now. 160 max health versus randomize. I'm just gonna take the max health. It seems like it secures wins for the next couple of days to make me even tankier. I mean, gold items are a little bit better because it filters down in a pretty big way. It can hit figurehead, it can hit other things.
Now don't touch it.
Oh, hey, Clamra. Well, that was useless.
Warned me about you.
Wish I had gone defense. Do I generate stuff at the start of day? No, so I don't need to sell anything. My damage output's really solid. I don't feel like I'm particularly fast. I don't feel like I'm crazy overpowered for the day. That's why I was so willing to go to the shop, because I'm feeling like I'm kind of feeling like I'm floundering here. I guess that's it. Jury Rigger not doing a whole lot. He has a cheat death and 3,000 total health. 44% crit chance on this. Good job, Yeti Crab. How did that? Oh, that wasn't Yeti Crab. That's Creeping Chill. I should live the first hit on this and kill him twice before the second one. Didn't even crit.
You've got talent.
Yeah, it's just solid damage output, right? It's not insane. Like, Sandstorm was here. That's... it's not bad, but it's so far from good. That's how I feel about it. Just have to click on the portal when you see the portal. Alright, sign me up. This could be crazy. I mean, if nothing else, that's transparently good. Lighthouse can't really happen.
Careful with that.
My issue is I'm never liquidating enough here, right? I'm never going to sell and manage to buy something I care about. If I saw something I cared about, it would be an enchanted item. It wouldn't be at bronze tier, and I wouldn't be able to afford it. So the 8 gold reroll is just bait. What does Pole hit that I would care about? Like, specifically Cthulhu and nothing else? Is that the situation like it always is? I would drop the something and figure out a Cthulhu build and throw away my chances of winning. I would. We want Shipwreck. Stop thinking about Cthulhu. He's just stuck in my head. I'll show you what I can't afford, Pole. Neither Cthulhu nor Shipwreck. Unfortunate. I mean, second bonk is even better than first bonk. We're going for Thug.
Don't make me cut you.
It would seem intuitively like bonk is weaker now, since everything is slower, it's proportionally less valuable. But because all the infinite loops and permanent haste uptime things are so much harder to achieve, the window to make that happen is so much smaller. Bonk tends to break pretty much everything. Also, my build is slow, and making them slow is kind of like making myself fast. Oh, I can't sell that gunpowder, though. Well, that narrows it down to you. I need that gunpowder if I hit depth charge. Skill upgrades it is. This is why I got chemical fire. Not rewarded for it. I will take the burn, though. Skills versus Nautica. Nautica filters down to Shipwreck. That's really all I need to think about. Oh no, it's Cthulhu. Shit. Our build's going straight in the dumpster. I'm selling everything and buying Cthulhu. This is not the right play. Oh no. And now I have to use my upgrade on Cthulhu instead of the figurehead. The heavy diving helmet's probably out. It wants poison, burn, freeze. It doesn't care about slow, unfortunately. It would be this, right? I'm doing it, and you can't stop me. You can't make me think better of it. Okay, that's enough. At this point, the pufferfish is clearly never happening, though. So Slumbering Primordial comes in. The weather glass is looking notably worse than it was a second ago. Nothing I can really do about that. We kind of have to find a depth charge now. The build's just head and shoulders weaker than it was a second ago. Clearly inferior. Don't talk to me about it. We still have a good chance of winning.
I'm a bit of a legend.
We can win because of just how powerful this guy is. When he goes up at 15 seconds, he should hit like a goddamn dump truck. Brick Buddy might outscale him. I have 3,000 health. Surely I have time for dots to just kill. Cthulhu's not going to be the good part of this, right? But, yeah, he scales up decently fast. He's not all that slow. He's not awful. We woke Cthulhu. What's happening? All right. Hell yeah. It didn't even throw the match. We're undefeated waking Cthulhu. This is what I wanted out of the expansion. We really need to find depth charge and replace this volcanic fence very, very badly. I have the ammo for it. It is so much better for the freeze build. It is an ammo item. Cult filters down. That's not it. I'm actually pretty damn broke. It's getting to be a point where like I might see the depth charge and not be able to buy it.
Discounts for peace.
Yeah, Angler's not gonna do it. Oh my god, we got it. Get out. Get out. Buy the depth charge.
Your aura guides
Increase the ammo to 2. We did it. This is the Waking Cthulhu board. Obviously, Shipwreck can be good with Cthulhu. We had to buy the depth charge. I think Shipwreck is bait because, like, you already have the multicast on Primordial depth charge. It's possible that Weatherglass goes down the line. I'm not 100% sure what the play is from here, but this was the initial plan. Enchant an item with crit effects or enchant an item randomly. These are actually almost the same in cooldown. Depth Charge is worse. I've played enough to know that Obsidian is bugged on this guy, so there's a good chance that if I random him, he'll get something useless. I'm going to random the Weatherglass. I don't think crit on that is really what I want. I know I can go crit on Figurehead.
Let me brighten them.
Is that heavy? Because if that's heavy, that's very good. The dock lines are back yet again. Cool. I was gonna go Cosmic Rock here, but honestly, I'm not that far ahead on experience. Dr. Vortex gives me Neophiliac, and I trigger the whole damn thing. I trigger the haste, the slow, the poison, the freeze, and the burn, so like, sure, Rock is generically good. 1 in 6 at Neophiliac on its own is better than everything Rock is offering. And then like the misses are actually good gold values. So this is scaling notably faster, it feels like, with this board setup. That's a shame. Gonna take my fight immediately, not even gonna think about it. Take 2, let's go! Come on, give me the Neophiliac, it seems so good. I don't know that Slumbering Primordial seems so good. I will definitely be upgrading it to Diamond before this, right? This is 10% cooldown reduction. This is charge for 2, scale twice as fast, I think. And pushing experience just became more valuable because I really need to upgrade Cthulhu. Well, that's a shame. Tried my damnedest. Vanessa skills can give me Barnacle Encrusted, which lowers the cooldown on everything except the Weatherglass. I can also get Starting Haste on my aquatic items. I think that's better than a chance at Poison Freeze.
Good. Now leave me alone.
When you use an item with ammo, give it crit chance. That's not going to scale up to matter. Don't really use weapons, so that is an 8 gold roll, unfortunately. I guess I'm taking scaling crit chance. Ideally, we're out on day 10 with an undefeated Diamond Cthulhu run.
Long way, Lady Corsina.
Going to toss this to make the money to go gamble.
Who I am doesn't the Bazaar.
3 experience as always. Thanks, buddy.
Is their plate.
I made
Okay, I can imagine myself losing this so easily. A good Vanessa build can just rock my world. It is a poison Vanessa. I'm not seeing the part where I get slowed. He's just dead. Just dead to rights. He doesn't stand a chance. We are going to slap the absolute piss out of him with Cthulhu. Oh, I kind of thought Cthulhu would kill him. I guess we'll just slowly chip him down with damage over time to finish him off. Like, we do have a second volley. It's not like we're done here.
defeat does not
I mean,
affect me.
Cthulhu dealt a lot of damage that time, actually. He did go off. If I check the recap. Oh, wait, do you care about slow? Why does it feel like he's going off so much faster if my board's largely unchanged? So just running the math. When these two both finish going off, this will all finish going off at the same time. The toxic jellyfish should not have gone off at that point in time. It's 4, 8, 9, another 8, 17 triggers that it cares about. Also the freeze, forgot about that one. 21 triggers. So yeah, okay, no, it's the right speed. I was wondering if it was counting heavy and just didn't show it in the tooltip, but no, when all this stuff goes off, it's 21 charges, so it's far more than enough. Okay. This build's actually just kind of sick, I think, then. I thought it was much worse than it was. I was underestimating how fast Cthulhu gets online. I'm not very wealthy. I can't even afford to upgrade a Cthulhu if I find one right now. I'm just gonna take the max health. It's generically good. Just gonna go to BazaarCon. It's generically good. If I can get myself leveled up in time for the day, get a diamond upgrade on Cthulhu, day 9. That's good. And we go roaming isle here, just maximize the XP. I'm a 1 off of leveling up. Any experience event will get me there, which would be hype as hell. I'd be shaking in my boots if I saw undefeated Vanessa and their first item was a Diamond Cthulhu on day 9. That's not supposed to happen. And I would very much like to make it happen.
It's over.
Yeah, that's a good item.
We barely got our flags up.
Yes. Oh my god, we did it. Diamond Cthulhu on an undefeated streak on day 9.
They build.
That's incredible. I think I just take a small I'll go Aerodrome and roll. There's no reason not to. If I see a figurehead, I can actually take it.
I have so much new stuff to show you.
Damn shame.
May the time
Anyway, I would like to upgrade an item, please. Please tell me I'm right and it doubles the scaling value too.
Now this will inspire.
It doesn't double it, it does increase. It goes from 75, 75 to 100, 100, and it changes the charge value from 1 to 2, which is the more important part. I'm just strong now. I will eat my hat at— no, that's not true. This 3-win Vanessa can easily have turned the corner. However, when I see a 3-win bronze Vanessa, I assume they're a new player and about to get absolutely steamrolled. Is it a Piranha build? That's so cool. I have 5,500 health though, so I think Cthulhu's about to eat this man and all of his little fishes. It should go off twice when all my shit triggers, I think. Yeah, just the double Cthulhu slap instantly kills him. Oh, it's delightful. I love this guy. I don't even think the build's that good. For a diamond victory, that's cool as hell. I'm very happy with it. Primordial depth charge, heavy weather glass. We're not there yet, but like I'm just looking at this. He doesn't even hit that hard, right? Because he charges so fast, he hasn't really scaled up yet. If I got Shipwreck, it would lower the cooldowns, or raise the cooldowns rather, because I'd have to drop Figurehead Jellyfish. I think it would be bait. I guess I'm taking chocolate bars here. We definitely go medium items. I got rewarded for being an idiot, I guess. I should have waited to, you know, actually get the tropical island value, but that's incredible. That is the best hit I could possibly have hit. The build's complete. Let's go get our diamond win. I don't want anything else. Set sail for deep waters, I guess. Holy shit. So I just 6.9 seconds, 4 internal cooldowns. So 7.7 seconds in, Cthulhu slaps you twice for 1,000,000 fucking damage. Also, he has 30% crit chance, thanks, I guess, to an exorable? Where's that coming from? Oh no, for boating wins. The opponent gave it to me. We roll in Adira every time here.
Been watching your progress. At last, here you are.
Yeah, I'll take quick ignition, thanks.
Colin was right.
Start of combat haste seems like it's good for the build. I guess I'm taking a small weapon? I don't really care about upgrading the jellyfish in any capacity. Like, that's just better, right? Sure, this charges the guy by 1, but this just hastes the things that keep charging him. It's gotta be better. Sorry, Toxic Jellyfish, you made it a really long way into the build. Enchanted on him with haste. Oh, maybe you can come back. You just put it on the depth charge, right? Okay, I like the Toxic Jellyfish. He got us here. I like keeping him around. I'm gonna go enchant with haste effects. I'm gonna put it on the Primordial depth charge. I'm not gonna look it up. We're gonna find out live together. What does a Turbo Primordial depth charge do? Haste 1 for 2. It's not even terrible. And it starts off hasted, so this should full haste the board when it goes off. And yeah, I think we just instantly slap this man to death now. This is so much damage. It's so fast with quick ignition now.
Nobody's.
Heavy repeater is like kind of scary. It's a wide board. I go off first and Cthulhu kills him. I don't actually go off first, to my surprise. Anyway, Cthulhu just killed this man. I did actually need the crit for him to die quite that quickly. It might have been closer without the crit. Fully admit it. Very happy with my diamond victory Cthulhu run though. Let's recap the build because it is very new in nature. Diamond Figurehead is reducing all my cooldowns except for Weather Glass by 30%. Slumbering Primordial is base 30-second cooldown lowered to 21. Whenever I poison, freeze, or burn, it charges this 2 seconds and it gains 100 damage for the fight. I have a Turbo Primordial depth charge, which is poison 8, burn 10, freeze 1, this being affected by skills. And the freeze targets medium or small items for 1 second. It's also got the turbo enchant, so it's haste 1 item for 2 seconds, and adds multicast 4 because it has +1 multicast for each other aquatic item you have. I got a Toxic Jellyfish getting hasted by the multicast stuff on its side. Well, actually just the depth charge now since this is no longer aquatic. It's mostly just here out of like nostalgia for when it got me through the early game. And it does at least charge this guy once, and then it's relatively fast and keeps charging him if the fight goes on for any period of time. Heavy Weather Glass, slowing my opponent's board, burning, poisoning, big numbers, multi-cast 4 because of the depth charge, fulfilling all the criteria except for slow, and just really helping to charge this. Like, these two items are just so effective for charging the Slumbering Primordial. I got Quick Ignition, meaning they start off the fight hasted. When the Weather Glass goes off, I freeze. I have bonus damage with Chemical Fire, with Fiery, crit chance on Inexorable, bonus damage with Toxins. And yeah, it's just really fucking smooth. Very quickly, it looks like about 5 seconds into the fight, 5.5, 6 seconds in the fight, all my shit goes off, Cthulhu slaps you twice, and that tends to be enough for most people to die, it seems. I don't think this build's gonna be good like post day 10. This guy just doesn't deal enough damage, it seems like, for him to scale well enough and kill people on like day 13 pig health pools, right? But holy shit, did it win this run, and I'm very happy about it.
My crew.
I'm actually going to upload this out of chronological order.
Guide me to
I've done a lot of playing the game already, but this is the hypest run. I want to get my Diamond Victory Slumbering Primordial out while the getting is good. So I'll upload this as my first video for the new patch. I'm very happy with this. This is not a good card. Now that I've played with it, I've seen the reality that, like, if you put it on a board with a depth charge, you don't have as many items for a depth charge. If you put it on a board with a Weather Glass, it's anti-synergy with the depth charge even harder. If you put it on a board with the Figurehead, you have less items that are more vulnerable to disruption. The scaling damage isn't even that high. Like, this is not actually good. Depth Charge is unironically just a great card. Primordial is good enough. Like, I think it made my board undeniably better in this run and was the right call. It has a place in the game, but this is not something where you go into a run looking to force Cthulhu. And in my coming uploads, you will see that I have looked to force Cthulhu many a time, and it's a bad call. Anyways, that's enough for now. If you made it this far, then please do the YouTube algorithm dance, hit the like button, subscribe, all that. Really does help the channel grow. Really do appreciate it. And I'll see all of you in the next one.